Well, this is the game. This is the game that everybody's playing. It's the second most played game of all time on Steam, and out of the gate, I already hate it. maybe I'll like it, but out of the gate, I'm like, why the hell is there no momentum on my character? Why am I suddenly just moving at top speed and my legs are kind of not even paying attention to the ground? Diablo 2 does a nice job of kind of showing momentum even on a game that was developed 20 years ago, but this almost feels like a mobile game so far. This is my very first impression. I hate it, but hey, maybe it'll get better from here. We'll see. Who the f runs like this? What the f is this? I'm sorry, what the... I can't even look around and admire the scenery because I'm obsessed with how ridiculous I look as I run along. Okay. Here we go. Forces of chaos, blah blah blah. I could care less. I could care less. Oh god. Try opening it? You mean click on it? Is that the plan? We just need to click on this? Wow. Oh my god. So bored. So bored. And I have to wait to open it? Really? There's a little timer delay. I can't just click it and open it? Come on, game. Come on. Why do people like this crap? Okay, maybe my opinion's gonna improve, but hey, out of the gate, like I say, GameSnob does not like this so far. Alright, class testing. Class testing, they say, alright. God, this feels like fucking World of Warcraft on mobile. Why do people like this shit? I'm sorry, this is timed, tabbed targeting on skills and abilities. What's my thing? I just do a little tab target skill and ability. Come on, Diablo 2 was doing this better 20 years ago. Come on, why do people like this? I'm entirely underwhelmed by the feel of spellcasting. This actually looks a lot like Diablo 3, which I hated. Actually, well, hated is a strong word. Let's say did not like much. Still can't get over how ridiculous I look running. I'm about to quit this game and I've just started it. I can't believe this game is top of the charts right now. Why do people like this kind of... I'm sorry, why do people like this? These spells feel extremely feeble. Like I say, I feel like I'm playing a mobile game. God, this is horrible. Why do people like this? Okay, I'm gonna keep slugging through, but that was boring as Okay. Oh, okay, let's try another class. So I've got a bard class now. This feels almost exactly the same, except I'm doing slightly different animations. One of them's a little music thing. Why the hell do people like this? Why do people like this? What am I doing wrong here? Oh, there we go. Right click. Alright. Why do people like this? Like, this is the reason the games are all crap these days, because people seem to like this kind of crap. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. I mean, here's for progression. I'm starting the game and I've already got spells that look like 9th level D&D. I mean, maybe that was just a teaser, sampler, taster, I don't know. But, you know, so much for working your way up to it, right?
May Regulus bless the path you've chosen.
Oh, G, okay, G, literally G, press G. All I want to do right now is skip this cutscene, but I cannot skip. I just could care less about these. Okay, anyway, see you guys in a minute. It probably serves to mention that I do not like anime. I'm not a big fan of... I know there's a lot of anime fans out there. I'm not a fan of anime. So, I mean, this is... Or, you know, not helping my appreciation. And I'm still watching cutscenes that I cannot skip. Why can't I skip? Never, ever impressed by games where you can walk right through other characters. Or NPCs in this case. It's so... cheese. Like, it just... The immersion. Like, come on. I'm walking right through this guy. What the hell? That is another pet peeve of mine. Do I have to talk to you? I'm guessing I do. Oh, this has all the makings of a super boring fetch quest. Can't even... Yep. What have I got here? Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, I'm being taught how to use my inventory. Fantastic. Let me guess. I press I? Yeah. Okay. Super duper. Oh, there we go. Skip prologue. That's a button I like to see. Skip. Yes, please. Thank you. Please. Still having a trouble taking myself seriously as I run around like a badly animated mobile character. Yeah, no. So I continue to run through people as if they weren't even there. Here. Let me guess, am I going to the 1 marker? You know, a little mini-map 1 marker? Yeah, oh, I just go to number 1? That's the amount of thought required? I run to number 1. Alright, so this game is not meant to be in any way challenging to your, to your deductive reasoning on what the hell you're supposed to be doing, figuring out what's going on, which is just as well because, God, everything's so boring so far. Combat sequence. Exciting. Let me see, I'll press A. Press A again. No wait. A's on cooldown, so I'll press Q. Q's on cooldown, so I'll just press W. Okay. Or E. Maybe it's time to press E. Sure it is. Oh, it's time for A again. That's the cooldown used up. Great. Super duper. Come on. Come on. You're just doing the same thing with slightly different animations. Come on, game. This guy seems to be talking to himself. Yeah.
Truth be told,
Or they just didn't script any dialogue for my character.
In this village that contains secrets about the Ark.
Great, exciting. The Ark.
A coincidence?
Okay, got a little action sequence here, which I will say does look cool. Like the scripting on that is nice. That's cool. I mean, I'm not really playing. Right, I'm not really playing a game at the moment, but it's, kind of looks cool. I'm just not invested yet, is the thing, right? Like they haven't even given me a chance to breathe yet, and I'm already thrown into whatever the hell's going on here. What if I don't rescue him? Can I do that? That would be fine. Watch out, he says. Here comes more, but for some reason I have a feeling I can just stand here forever and nothing will happen until I run to... Where shall I run to? Shall I run to number 1? Is that where the game wants me to go? Just head on over to number 1? Oh, fancy that. Come on, game. Am I, yeah. I hate all the health bars. I don't need to see the health bars. So I guess kite, wait for cooldown, kite, wait for cooldown. I haven't been paying attention to the story, and I don't know what I'm doing because I'm not listening to any of the dialogue, but for some reason I seem to be fully able to play this game with one eye closed and the other looking at a different screen. It doesn't seem to matter. Just go to the next number on the map. Oh, okay, not to worry. I can run right through crowds. Oh no, wait, I can't. The game doesn't want me to go any further than this. So instead of creating an actual barricade, they've just created an invisible wall here. Get in shape here on my invisible treadmill as I run indefinitely into nothing. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, it's a crowd. Oh, not allowed to run through the crowd. But I can run through this crowd. This crowd here is intangible, but this crowd up here, that crowd is solid. Kind of solid. This makes sense.
The pain is gone.
Game, please stop force-feeding me story. I don't care. Just, here's the thing. A game just needs to start out with some fun action, right? Stop force-feeding me story. Let me see if I even like the gameplay. I can already say so far, from what I've seen, I don't. I hate it, but I'm trying to give this a chance. Apparently, these guys are totally immune to my magic. Well, that's interesting, so... I mean, that gives me something to do, I guess, while they're force-feeding me storyline. What is up with my walking? Now I'm, like, forward moonwalking and it's, like, gliding along the floor. What is up with that? That's, I mean, how much budget does this game have into it? How long has this been in development? And I'm still sliding along the ground? Come on, game. Come on. Alright, so yeah. oh, I love bound items. Those are some of my favorite things. Bound to your character. One of the worst inventions in MMOs. Items bound to your character or to your account. Just another little pet peeve of mine. I do like horses though. I do like horseback riding. That's cool. If I get a horse, I'm gonna be a tiny bit happier. Let's see. Where's my horse? So I got a mount, and I can use a horse. I'm thinking I see other players in the game. Okay, so I'm actually in the game world now. So that's a little bit good, and I can also run through those players, which again makes me very sad. Okay, all right. How do I use my horse? That's the question. Okay, I have a horse, and my horse doesn't know how to run either. Why what? What's going on with my horse's feet? What's going on with the amount of distance the feet are moving, the actual amount that I'm actually moving? Something doesn't look right about that. That looks like the feet are moving way faster than I'm actually moving. Weird. Like I say, this kind of looks like it reminds me of a janky little cheap ass mobile game. That's what I'm reminded of. I know it's not a cheap ass game. I know this has been a serious game with tons of good reviews, but I am just not impressed by so many things so far. My welcome challenge. I have completed a welcome challenge. My welcome challenge was to open my inventory and equip my mount. So here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. You've heard about predatory practices, dopamine injections for absolutely no good reason. I have a feeling maybe that's why this game's popular. I'm already seeing these little dopamine injections like, oh, I did a welcome challenge. No, I didn't. I just opened up my inventory and equipped my horse. That's not a challenge. There was nothing to that. And yet I'm getting a reward for that I can claim. Wow, isn't that fancy? Isn't that something? Game, man. So far, this represents everything I hate about gaming these days. I'll see. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna give it a better shot, and because I know it's the top most played game right now on Steam, so I'm gonna continue to give this a shot. So far, this kind of game is the reason that I started my channel in the first place and called it the Old School Game Snob, because gaming these days sucks so hard, and it's because of games like this kind of engine sucks so bad that I wanted to rant about it. You know, that's not what I ended up doing with the channel. I ended up making some Diablo videos. I'm actually making videos about games I like. But initially, the plan was to rant about crap like this in the hopes that maybe it wouldn't get made anymore. Of course, that would never happen. But anyway, God, this is awful so far. I'm going to keep going a little more. Give it a chance. And honestly, guys, I wanted to like this game because, as a YouTuber, and for those of you interested in growing a YouTube channel, do check out the link in the description below. I put together a course for basically how to blow up your YouTube channel really fast. And one of the keys of that is get in on what's trending when it's trending. And so I wanted to like this game because it's super trending right now. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one, unfortunately. It's so bad so far. It's, like I say, it's my bad. Not everybody will share the same appreciation of good and bad, but this is so far everything I dislike about games these days, MMOs in particular. See what's going on. We've started the farming process. We've started the grind. Extremely boring combat. And super duper overpowered starting spells. Like, I mean, why do my spells look like I say, 9th level D&D godly spells here when I'm just starting the game? Shouldn't I be throwing like a flame bolt at best? Like, what are these tidal waves that I'm casting? These mass area nukes. There's no progression. I mean, maybe the spells get even more ridiculous from here, and I'm guessing they probably do. But right now, they just look way too powerful. They just look way too powerful. Oh my god. What kind of sword is that? I know that's the anime style. This is why I hate anime style, though. They're so ridiculous. That's not a weapon that would work. Not in any. Anyway, I'm not going to even get into that. I'm not going to get into that. Like I say, this is maybe some people's taste, I'm sure, and this is so far from my taste, so my opinion is super duper biased. It's the kind of gameplay I hate. It's, you know, anime, which I also do not like usually. Some rare exceptions to that, but yeah. I'm gonna keep going. Maybe I'll start to like it more. Maybe it'll grow on me. I'm only going this far with it because recently, like a year ago, I played Valheim and I almost dismissed that out of the gate, and I gave it a little bit more of a chance, and it turned out to be really, really cool. So I'm gonna keep going with it a little bit more. Maybe I'll find something I like about it. I mean, it's like, which spell do I use? Does one do more damage, and does it really matter? You know, like, is an elemental type resistance thing? Probably, but does it really matter? Because it's really just Q, W, E, R, A, S. Like, it's like cool down, cool down, cool down, cool. Like, it doesn't really matter, right? Which one I'm choosing. Maybe that will come into play a little bit more in the later game, and this might get more advanced or more evolved. But I mean, why have so many different options here if all you're doing is QWER waiting on cooldowns, right? Like, I could see if you could use the same one over and over again, maybe certain damage types, you know, or have certain knockback effects or various other things, like that would kind of make sense. But I can't really understand why we have so many different types of spells out of the gate when they all basically just do the same thing. There's probably more to it than this, I'm hoping. You know, like, I'm hoping. Like, this one at least has a little bit of utility to it. The other ones are kind of all the same, right? Anyway, I don't even know what that one does. I gotta say, the hit reactions are underwhelming. It does not have a very good visceral feel to it, the spells. You know, it's like hitting... I mean, it reminds me of Diablo 3. For those of you who have played Diablo 2 and Diablo 3, you'll probably know, or probably have noticed, that Diablo 2 Resurrected feels extremely crunchy. You know, you hit monsters, you know, do damage, it feels extremely visceral, like there's a lot of just reaction to hits and things. I don't know exactly how to do it, sound effects and various combination of elements that make it just feel really good. This feels... cartoony, number one, but also it just doesn't feel like it has much substance behind the hits and the magic. Like, everything is so it feels like you're playing an animation. It doesn't feel like you're casting a spell. It feels like you're triggering an animation, and that's not what you're supposed to be feeling when you're playing a game. You're supposed to lose yourself in the immersion of it, right? Like, that's the point of you know, effects, right? That's the point of effects. It's the point of kind of the audio-visual storytelling, is to create in a sort of immersion. And you know, this feels like you're just triggering special effects. That's all it feels like. It doesn't feel like there's anything more visceral to that. Diablo 3 even did it better with something like, what was it, Arcane Bolt? I can't remember, it's been a while. Like that beam spell, like the laser spells, like some of those felt pretty good. Like, they felt powerful. These look way more exaggerated, but they don't feel powerful. They just feel like I say, like effects. And Diablo, of course, original did it best. But anyway, I'm going to hop into some Battlefield here and continue this in a bit. See you guys later. Okay, well, you know, I was going to hop in for a kind of closing thoughts. I've played the game a little bit more, just done some more combat. Since my rant, the servers are down, so yeah, good enough. I'm not going to be reviewing this game. I'm not going to be playing this game. Would this game possibly appeal to certain people? Well, yeah, probably, because, I mean, there's games out there like, oh, I don't know, World of Warcraft, which I did actually get into, but I always had a gripe with, just because of, like I say, you can run through players, you can also just tab targeting, you can never dodge spells or missile projectiles or anything like that. There's like a lot of things that really bug me about World of Warcraft, and I can already feel from the game engine that there's just a lot of things that bug me about this game. It's made to be super easy to play by anybody without really thinking about it much. I think that's probably where it gets a lot of its player base, kind of that mass appeal and low bar of entry. I would say, and you know, like I say, this is my personal bias, I would say that this might not be for the hardcore gamers, right? This might not be for the gamers that like a challenging game, right? Or a game that require some dexterity, reflex, hand-eye coordination, etc. You know, if you're looking for that visceral feel out of games, any sort of grit from your environment, if you're kind of looking to get immersed, unless you really like anime. If you really like anime, then this might be, you know, cool for you just in that regard. Yeah, I just can't do it. I can't do it. Maybe I'll try again. Like I say, as a YouTuber, I want to get in on trending games, so it's trending as hell. But man, I also just can't play games that I just, you know, that aren't fun. I just can't. So my review of this game is I ain't gonna be playing it. It might be for someone, it might be for a lot of people, but it just checks off basically all of my major gripes in gaming these days out of the gate. Could it get better? Maybe, but anyway, that's it, guys. Game Snob does not recommend, but hey, check out the Steam page. Lots of great reviews over there. Probably a lot of people like this game. Game Snob gives it a thumbs down and an Alt F4. See you guys later.